Hey people, 5 Aces here, and today I've got a little match for you that I think is going to result in it's going to yield a few interesting results. So, in the top left, without further ado, let's introduce our players. Top left, spawning as France, we've got Mr. Hi, his signature blackish color. Oh, black got removed, so I can't do that anymore. And his opponent is going to be FrameLimiter. Now, first off, a couple of words about these players. Hi is basically he has a tech switch that he either flicks on or off depending on the game, and he either goes tech center rush with 1 refinery, 3 harvesters, and just goes for straight up high tech, or he goes for less tech than the armies and instead relies on mass waves of infantry and stuff and light medium tanks, what have you. And his opponent FrameLimiter is an interesting character as well. He might be the Smurf of an experienced player because he plays really well. He plays a really punishing style, but I haven't seen him until like a month back. So he's probably just one of the competitive scene players who just renamed himself. I haven't figured out who he is yet, but for now let's stick with FrameLimiter. And he's got a pretty fantastic playstyle as well. He mostly goes for army blob after army blob. Like, he's not that much of a base push player or anything, he just goes for straight up army and straight up macro. 7 production facilities, all the way to the bank. And we're off to a pretty promising start with Hi spamming his rifles into FrameLimiter's base, fully aware that he doesn't care about lives. That's why I think this match is going to be so interesting, as both of these players are playing a really, let's say, spammy playstyle. And pretty excited how this is going to pan out. Early aggression with rifles just doesn't really pay off, because 1 pillbox is just going to lock down the entire region here. A ranger for FrameLimiter. On the other side, we've got straight up macro. I think what Hi is doing with these rifles is buying time for his macro to kick in. So he's like going for 4 or 5 ore harvesters. That's interesting. An engineer for FrameLimiter. So my trail of thought here is, oh, save it, nice, he saved it. My trail of thought here is there are no oil derricks or no neutral objectives to capture, so he might want to go for the base cheese. Maybe even just make the Engie dock with the Conyard, like magically touching it with his magic fingers and being like, your production is gone. Because this cancels the production queue, super annoying and also pretty strong. So one benefit of, that's the original Conyard, by the way. Hi is moving out with his original MCV here and taking a fair bit of poke from a single ranger. Nice. So one of the benefits of this strategy is that I've lost my trail of thought here. FrameLimiter has rushed a service depot, so this is going for a fairly standard build, like 5 or 6 harvesters and then just production facilities, medium tanks, and an infantry blob. But he's going to be met with a light tank rush from Hi. And Hi is so punishing, like look what he's doing. He's blocking all the war factories here. So there is no more medium tank spawns for the time being. The bunker though is going to be a perfect counter to this. And I don't like the execution here, because Hi completely forgot to mix in his bazooka soldiers, like his rocket soldiers, his E3. So, and the husk block is not a big deal on production facilities because you can just target them. Yep. Frame knows about this. He's a veteran. Yeah, husks don't do much on war factories and allied barracks anymore. Nowadays they're just used against ore refineries because you can't target them when they're on ore refineries, which is super annoying. Yeah, and I think I've mentioned this in a previous cast. Playing against Hi is playing tower defense. He's not even going to micro that much, like he's trying to get the crushes here, but all in all he's just A-moving and having his rally points into the straight up in the base of FrameLimiter. Such a punishing playstyle. The rifle infantry is gonna get the cleanup. A lot of medics here for FrameLimiter, which is a good idea in this case, because the rifles are gonna get veterancy and then they're gonna be so much stronger. If you can keep them alive, that's a fantastic call. The light tanks are just not working. That's why light tanks are not really viable. They just don't have the armor to withstand any sort of damage whatsoever. The medics, however, you know, just I love their sound. It's just like no, 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 no. You can't kill them. It's factually impossible. Oh! FrameLimiter's cheese is gonna pay off here. Oh my god, he got the refinery. So annoying. Now he has to kill his own refinery. RIP Hi's refinery, 2016 until 2016. Pretty good. Now we've got Blobbin versus Blobbin, but yeah, Frame's got the advantage of having medics mixed in. It's not that good versus Camo Pillbox because it usually one-shots the infantry, depending on the veterancy. It doesn't one-shot Vet 2, but it one-shots Vet 0. Still, I think all these engagements were really in favor of FrameLimiter. Let's just check out the combat tab here. Yeah, it's a pretty big difference. 11k to 20k lost. Light tanks are annoying because they're super fast, but once you've got like your defensive setup, there is nothing they can do anymore. They're useful in the first 2 minutes of the game, and then they're useful for blocking and maybe flanking artillery. This base is a bit far forward for FrameLimiter. He's trying to hold it here, but he can't really. Versus this amount of tier 0 spam. So yeah, this answers my questions as to what type of build Hi was going for. This time he didn't find the tech switch. This time he just went for straight up tier 0 blob foo. He's camping the war factory with the ore patch with the light tanks. Not a big deal here. Actually, if they still had self-heal like they did in the original, this would not even dent them. One of the refs going down for FrameLimiter, at least. Hey, Hi has learned from the best. He has also mixed in his own medics. But keep in mind, they only heal you when you're standing still. This blob here, he's got the perfect concave though, so the blob is eventually gonna get taken out. It's so costly for Hi. Hi is losing more and more to this. It's just, he's trying to bide his time, but he doesn't have a late game plan, is my opinion. This style can be easily countered, by the way, if you know what you're doing. Funnily enough, tech rushing is a valid strategy if you just purchase the right units. Like for example, one single Tanya. Just imagine one single Tanya being mixed in with this couple of rifles here. This would do so much damage. Tanya would just wreck the infantry blob. This is the original Ranger still alive. Pretty good unit preservation here for Frame. And even though, yeah, light tanks don't do damage, that's the point. That is the problem. Oh, this blob is getting cleaned up here. The cleanup crew has arrived. No, no. Oh, too bad. They can't heal themselves, which is unfortunate, but that would be broken as fuck. Hey, the light tanks finally got taken out, but at the cost of a harvester. So, how are the expenses looking like? Yeah, still in Frame's favor, but not as much anymore. Okay, so this is where Hi's playstyle is starting to fall off a bit, because look at this, he's got 2 camo pillboxes, and he is just focusing the medium tank. If we were just to shift Q commands, attack commands on the infantry, Frame's blob would have been taken out without any damage on Hi's side. So yeah, he's a good player, but there are some things that he could do better. It's a light way of saying it. No, he's still a great player and a great, yeah, he's a great enforcer of new playstyles. Ooh, so many ore trucks going down here. That is super costly for Hi. That puts a dent in his eco now. Still on tier 0, by the way. Is that? No, it's a fake Radadome. Okay, we are almost 10 minutes into this game. We've got a fake Radadome and a fake tech center from Mr. Hi. Other than that, he's got camo pillboxes everywhere. He's got rifle infantry and he's got light tanks. I'm not sure. Like, can you hold your own? This playstyle doesn't really have a late game, especially considering that at some point Hind could come into play, Tanya could come into play, and this would just devastate the army here. One thing about camo pillboxes, they're really cheap and spammable, and it's so annoying. You can't spot them without stealth detection. Yeah, and that's the problem again. See, Frame is doing the right thing. He's just soaking up the damage with his medium tanks. He's gonna push through here, pretty sure. Look at how he's going forward with one tank to just soak all the damage, and now he's going to move in. That's how you want to do those engagements. That's how you actually win them. Yeah, again, camo pillboxes just focusing the medium tanks. This is not gonna kill anything. Well, yeah. How many barracks does I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've seen worse from him. I've seen like 12 barracks playstyle. It's pretty baller. Okay, Frame should pull back here. There is no more infantry to support this. I would just go and heal up. He's content with taking out this. Maybe going for a block? Nah. Oh, medium tanks. So we've got the first service depot out. Beautiful. At the cost of highest power counter. He didn't. Yeah, he's completely out of power from that push. Yeah, that's how you win versus high. You just send your medium tanks in, let him soak up all the damage, and that's that. That's a wrap. So one thing I haven't talked about is after the engagement. We're gonna talk about the map for a bit. Okay, Frame wants too much here. He's trying to maybe get the ref, but he should, yeah, exactly. He should just move back. He's done the damage. Whenever you can kill off structures of your opponent and trade cost evenly, that's a really good deal for you. Oh, he's got the repo guys out, so you're gonna see some repo work here, huh? Nice. You should go for more. Those are actually perfect here. Okay, so the thing I wanted to talk about now that we're entering a more quiet phase of the game, hopefully. Well, what's the map? It's created by Raimundo. It's called Central Village, and basically it is Warlord 2.0. Look at the layout. It's the exact same as Warlord. Very open map, lots of resources scattered around, lots of potential expansions. And with that said, we've got a push here. Mass camo pillboxes can be so strong if you just focus. But he isn't there. Frame is also ordering his ore trucks to harvest from this, so it's always mined out whenever highest harvesters are approaching. It's pretty good. That's a big concave for Frame though. I see Frame winning this. Also, so little rocket soldiers for high. They are way back and they're gonna get chewed up by the regular rifle probably. No? Yeah, it's got more and more. It's this is two forces on nature colliding here. This is just the ebb and tide of battle. Oh boy, the epitome of low tier spam playstyle. A mine layer. Are we gonna have to get a trigger warning on this as well, huh? Trigger warning, guys. Forward War Factory, good call. So you have your tank spawn right at the verge of the battle. He needs more regular rifle to just deal with the blob here, or maybe Tanya. Yeah, he's intact up though. Let's check his vision. He sees, like, even in his peripheral vision, he can just see all the rocket soldiers. They're the ones doing the damage. War Factory is gonna fall. Oh boy, so much here, so much. At the same time, another push. Oh, that was a fake Conyard. That's the beauty of France. Oh, if history has taught us anything about the France versus Britain matchup, it is that France is gonna surrender. Let's see if that's accurate. He got the ref there. The medic just tanking. Aggressive medics, I'm liking it. That's a pretty good way to play this. So much veterancy on highest blobs here. The power's down again. Lights out. Phew! What a push. That's a push and a half. Okay, finally he focused. The mine layer is gonna be interesting. Oh, nah. That's too far. He got a harvester though. And there is one more mine. This is so obnoxious. Plus he's got nice vision coverage from the ranger. He knows that this isn't being harvested right now. How many actual conyards does he have? That's fake, that's an actual one. It's an actual one, that's fake. So 2 actual conyards. It's yeah, well, I wanted to talk about the matchup earlier, but this game just leaves me no breather. So we've got England versus France. And France can pull off, like, France has this psychological factor due to the fakes. You can just spam out fake construction yards, you can spake out fake war factories. How many real ones does he have? Like 1, right? That's fake. Oh no, that's a real one. 2 actual war factories. Mads at the perfect counter here. Get the crate, boy. Some freebies. Nice, but that's just more meat for the grinder here. This is one of the biggest massacres I've ever casted so far. I'm digging it. Still a fake tech error, fake radar dome. Still no radar tech. Hi, what you're doing? No comprendre. Is he gonna move into the mines? So yeah, France has got the psychological factor of being super obnoxious because you can't ever spot the real buildings. And also the mobile gap generators are really powerful if you use them right. England, on the other hand, is my favorite faction actually. And they can pull off so many underhand tactics, which is more up my alley, more like my playstyle. War factories. Yeah, gonna go down. Rip. And he is pushed up here as well. So Hi is, yeah, Hi's on the back foot here. Gonna get the crit. Yes, maybe. He's just scouting. I think those are rally points. He doesn't actually have them on tab. He just has them on waypointed here. What a clusterfuck spam fest. Loving it. So yeah, England can pull off a few really cool moves, especially with phase transport, which is one of my favorite units in the game. It's gotten a buff now to its line of sight, to its speed, and to its passenger capacity. So it can transport up to 4 units now, 4 infantry. It's basically a stealth APC. And it's perfect for Tanya insertions, as dirty as that sounds. So I would love to see that. By the way, one really cool thing you can do with it. Whoa, check this out. Shh, guys, don't tell anyone. Helipad. Okay, we're seeing our first tier 2. Our first tier 2 unit come out in just a second, hopefully. Well, no. We're seeing Tanya for FrameLimiter. Yes, excellent. That's exactly what he needs right now. So yeah, one thing you can do is the stealth APCs, aka phase tanks, have a really good nice hidden quality in that you can just park them on refineries or war factories and block the production without the enemy knowing. So he actually has to have either an actual radar dome or a defensive structure nearby to spot this, because that's the only real stealth detection. That's what I'm talking about, because that's the only real stealth detection. Like pillboxes, bunkers, and the such. It's gonna be the tech center. He gets the cell, but Tanya is still on the loose. She's on a rampage here, and you don't know where she's going. Finally, he's going for Heinz, which is like the perfect counter to Tanya and phase transports. But like, how are you gonna catch her? Now he's gonna move to another patch. That's so beautiful. Like, mobile stealth detection is really hard to come by in this game. I'd actually like to see the engineer get a buff with a stealth detection radius. Is this in... No, it's not in detection range of the actual radar dome. So he's probably gonna get the... Yeah. That's all she wrote though. Pretty good haul. Yeah, and Frame is in this game for the long con. This is a... Ooh, all-in push from Hi. All the medics, like, that's like 10 medics. Just crunching some gears here. First artillery of the game, I see. This is legit the first artillery of the game. And yeah, and the forward Tanya can be so good here, because the Hinds are not going to be able to even pick her up in this clusterfuck. Almost gets taken out. But now, yeah. Tanya's in a killing spree here. Beautiful. That's what I was talking about with how to counter low tier spam. You just built Tanya. As Soviets, demo trucks can do miracles as well. Or Tesla tanks, respectively. Yeah, Tanya is just the perfect. Okay, she gets taken out, but she, like, how many soldiers did she take with her? Like what, 20, 30? Especially the mechanics, because they're so expensive. They cost 500 per set piece, and that was like 10 of them. Okay, this is as far as Frame's gonna get here, but he has done the damage. Counter Tanya. I one-up your Tanya. That is a phase transport. What the fuck? No way! So worth it. Tanya is 1200. Phase transport is 1350, but Tanya is way more valuable. He's got 2 more phase transport and 1 forts, and one of them has Tanya. So he's gonna build a block. Getting 1k in a crate. Pretty good. This is... Okay, is he got... Genius. Freaking genius. Check this out. Hi has no idea what's happening. He's probably like, this shit is bugged. He must be raging hard right now. That's the fake. I can believe? Yes. So that wouldn't have mattered. That's a wasted Tanya. So one of the perks of being France, of having all the deception. Yeah, it's got the real one got spotted though, plus the real tech center as well. But see, you're gonna look at the map and you're gonna see like 2 tech centers, 2 missile silos, and this missile silo is hidden behind an advanced power plant. So he just can't be sure that's the real one. He might assume that that's the real one because it's hidden behind a power plant to give it more protection. Pretty good. Fake chronosphere and an actual chronosphere. Wow. So finally we're entering the late game here after 22 minutes. Double Tanya, double spies, putting on their wigs and being like, hello boys. Do you like my new wig? Do you like my new hairstyle? This, I would actually love to see this. No, he's France, he's not England, so I would love him as England to go for spies with Tanya. Like, spies are so cheap, right? Spies are 250 for England. For going for mass spies and disguise them all as your own Tanya, and then just do a Tanya rush. Maybe even in an APC, like 2 or 3 stealth APCs, and unload 3 or 4 Tanyas, and just one of them is the real one, and the other ones can still infiltrate buildings, so they still have their use. Actually, speaking of which, I'm kind of surprised that FrameLimiter didn't go for the for spies on the production facilities, because that is such a huge boon in longer matches. Getting veteran units right off the bat is a massive deal. We've got the nav set going up here for Frame, and artilleries for Hi, but yep, pretty soon they're going to be a blip on the radar. And now Frame knows where to strike. Those refineries are not harvesting anyway, so that's not a biggie. Gap generators are popping up here. Counter artillery. I'm liking the counter artillery barrages. That's how you actually counter artillery as allies when they're protected. Like force firing onto the blips on the radar. There is still a minefield here, even though the mine layer got taken out. Maybe we're gonna have a trigger warning. Longbows are good. They give insane vision, 14 cells, and they also are pretty fantastic versus tanks and harvesters. They're just pretty susceptible to rocket troops. So now this is going into a very static, late game-ish playstyle, but Frame has got his guy's army clumped up. The nuke though. The nuke is gonna be in favor of Hi. I don't think it's gonna be a game changer though. Yep, another phase transport. Unfortunately, you can hear the sound of the phase transport stealthing. But other than that, it's a fantastic unit. He's preparing for a push, and keep in mind that Hi doesn't have the advantage of the GPS, so he doesn't know what lies in store for him. He's got the chrono up. He might just go for a scouting run. So what I would do... Oh! Right into the minefield. Is it gonna happen? Trigger warning. Blonk. Pretty good. That's some value right there from those mines. But still, he's taking out the mining base. A mobile radar jammer. Now check out the missiles. Check out the freak. Mobile radar jammers are super powerful. Tanya was a move command there. No bueno. Oh, the bad-mannered offensive medics. Nope. Look at how much they can tank. Those are just 3 medics. Yeah, artillery is the only hard counter here. This is freaking phase transport is still there and Hi has no idea. This is so beautiful. Okay, I think the GPS just went up for Hi as well. Yeah, that's his real tech center and it doesn't have a timer anymore, so yes. That's actually what happened. Mobile gap generators plus artilleries can be such a devastating combination. No way. Tanya in the phase transport got the fake missile silo. So unless he manages to find his way in there within 1 minute and 12 seconds, he's gonna need a lot of sunblock. Was the chronosphere high? Looks like it was actually used, but I didn't really see or hear it. I was probably too busy just checking out the engagement here. My god, gap generators can be so obnoxious to the enemy. You just don't know what's ahead, even with the nav set. And in this case, there is nothing at all. But here's the real deal. Oh, more spies plus Tanya. He's France though, so I don't know if that's a good call. Like, look, 4 spies, that's 2k. He could have 3 more medium tanks from that. Which is exactly what he needed right now. Tanya! You either die a hero or live and laugh to see yourself become cannon fodder. Fake chronosphere going down. Not a biggie. The artilleries though are so exposed. The tank build is perfect. Oh, is he chronoed something? He must have whiffed the chrono. Strangely enough. Hey, Rangers going toe-to-toe with the artillery. Prevailing. Actually prevailing. Okay. Missile silo is up, fired up and ready to go. But with all the units pushing in now for... Is that? No, it's Tanya in a camo pillbox. One of the most obnoxious things you could ever ask for. So yeah, it's pretty much becoming make it or bake it for Hi, because he doesn't have much left. All his mining got denied here. He's got a couple longbows that were pretty inactive so far. Fake. Oh, he didn't even have a war factory until like 2 seconds earlier. Should use the nuke though. Probably here. Yeah, nuking the tech center, nuking the missile silo and the radar. This is I don't like this placement by FrameLimiter. Yeah, that's what happens. You don't, as allies, you don't place your tech structures close to one another. That's a fake war factory, it's not a big deal. Okay, brace yourselves, impact! No hands. He's probably gonna follow it up. Oh, yeah, nice. Nice chrono, he even got the longbows in. So he might deny another war factory here. How can he stop the push here? Top side is pretty much toast. This attack group even has Tanya. Wait a sec, what's this? There was one camo pillbox. Yeah, this camo pillbox is actually Tanya pillbox. And it's not gonna reveal itself when the medium tanks are coming in because it doesn't fire on medium tanks. So he doesn't know that's there. He's in for a big surprise. The nuke! If he gets the nuke here, then this is probably gonna be game though. Or at least close to being game. Yeah, one of the tanks just going into the back lines, hunting for artilleries. It's beautiful. Nice micro there by Frame. Medics, you don't want to be there when the nuke just goes off. Yeah. FrameLimiter brought his sunblock along, and I think he might prevail here. No! No hands, boys. Alright, also this illustrates the importance of air. Like how important air actually is in a longer matchup, because you need the vision, even if it's not for the DPS, then just for the vision. Nice. Small elite squad, he should just pull it out. Could have saved it. Whatever. No big deal either way. The mining is completely denied here. He has no idea that this is happening. And also with the fake construction yard, this is actually out of Conyard range, is it? Let's see. Oh, I can't. Oh yeah. No, it is not. Another wave relentlessly just pushing into the flanks here. Next time he's gonna be back bottom left or something. Oh, there's a Konya just outside of vision range. Next, the barracks spawning right next to Tanya's camo pillbox. Yeah, spoiler alert, not going to happen. Whenever you produce something, nope. He doesn't see it. Oh. Okay, he finally stopped production. Or is maybe just out of cash, yeah. Yes. Combat, they're so even, they're dead even in combat. Ooh, Tanya! Tanya! Okay, that's gonna be it, now it's force firing. Evacuating the premises. Is she getting away? No way. Evacuate the premises, good sir. We are coming through. The MCV for Hi, it's I think he's second to last. No, it's his third MCV. Not sure. That's a good call. Wow, this is quite a match there. We've got ourselves quite the match here. Another push. And again, you can just focus the turrets with the infantry and then move in with your tanks. And the other way around with camo bunkers. Mining denied here, mining denied there. On how many harvesters is Hi actually? 1, 2, 3. Conyard is gonna fall here. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a massive discrepancy already. The nuke is Hi. Hi, do you really think you can hold out for 6 minutes here? I'm not entirely convinced. That's a good call. Time will tell. Maybe he's gonna manage to hold on, but I just don't think so. Longbows are so expensive if they're getting picked off. 2k for a single air unit. Now the power's out. Lights out for Hi. Hello darkness, my old friend. That's the text error, so no more nav set. Defensive chrono, just chronoing 2 tanks back. That is going to delay the inevitable by 10 seconds. I don't know, boys. Looks like game to me. Especially with the medics. They're holding their own again, even against the camo pillbox. Yeah, offensive medics can be a really good addition to your army. Don't underestimate them. Too much veterancy, too clumped up. If a blob is this clumped up, you need either Heinz, Tanya, Crushes, or a super weapon. Parabombs would be fantastic here, but alas, no Ukraine here. This is beautiful, guys. Just I want you to appreciate this. How beautiful that is. Sell out the tech structures. You don't need them. They're not going to help you. Destruction, a bit of demolition derby by the ore trucks. Nothing that's gonna change it. Yeah, he might want to book it shortly. He's got nothing left. Man, one of my 4 ore patches is buggy. Yeah, hate to break it to ya. But yeah, Frame is letting him in onto it. And that's game. That is just a game-ending push and a half. All the bunkers are facing to the rear side. One single AA gun. Interesting how no one has built air this game. It's been a straight up tier 0 spam fest up until like minute 12 or so, when we saw the first medium tank come out for high. Until then it was light tanks plus infantry. Yeah, it's a pretty good strat. Actually, if you want, I'm gonna talk about this later. So, first here, the cleanup crew is arriving, just doing their work. Rip high. Yeah, both of these players are sometimes skipping tech even to a fault, especially FrameLimiter. I've never seen him go for high tech early on, or even in a due amount of time. Heinz not gonna come out anymore. That was the last production facility. Yeah, GG. Wow. Okay, so first off, let's put this massacre into numbers. Combat, 660 to 8. Holy fucking shit. So we've got 1,509 lives lost in 37 minutes. That is pretty bonkers, plus the buildings. I didn't count those, but whatever. Earnings, yeah. High's earnings took a dip after he never really recovered from the eco rate. Like, Frame was constantly targeting the eco, constantly keeping the harvester count low, constantly sniping revs with Tanya and with his crazy blob style. Okay, so what have we learned from this match? Actually, quite a few things. First off, how to counter low tier spam. We've seen that low tier spam can actually be pretty viable. And how to counter this is by hard attacking and going Tanya or Heinz, especially versus infantry blobs. So also some of the high-tech units that are somewhat underused but super good. We've seen the phase transport do an absolute number here. Not in terms of kills, but in terms of like holding back your enemy, inhibiting their ability to mine, inhibiting their tech. Yeah, phase transports are really good. Fakes have played a really big role here, so never underestimate France. We haven't seen a single successful spy. That was unfortunate. If all the units had been vet 1 with their 10% more damage and 10% more health and 5% more speed, I believe, that would have been a massive game changer. What else have we learned? The importance of air. You want air for the vision. FrameLimiter didn't give a fuck. We haven't seen a single air unit from him. He just spammed his army. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, the Invisiblock has been a pretty devastating countermeasure to the mass refinery style here. And okay, so with that game out of the way, beautiful game. Thanks to FrameLimiter for posting this. Absolutely fantastic, fun to watch and cast. So with that out of the way, we've got a couple more announcements to make. First off, So Scared and myself will do a new series. We're not sure on the name yet, but it's gonna be a series of regular 1v1s, maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks, where we're gonna duke it out, and everyone is gonna record their side of battle to just give some insight into our thought process and what we're doing with this. So expect this to come out around next week. first episode. Also, there is going to be an upcoming stream on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put up a separate announcement video, but this stream is going to be aimed at, there are 2 third-party Tiberian Sun mods coming out, one of them being Shattered Paradise and one of them being Crystallized Doom. You can check them out on ModDB. Pretty fantastic, absolutely beautiful graphics, both of them. And if we get the okay from the developers, which I haven't quite talked to them yet, but we've got the bleed, so like the alpha version. If we get the okay from the developers, we are going to showcase this for an entire afternoon. It's actually pretty fantastic already, both of them. So yeah, what's more? Oh yeah, there is going to be an upcoming 2v2 tag team tournament created by myself, hosted by myself, Ripley, and So Scared. And it's going to feature a massive prize pool of $200. We are going to host this tournament around, I think, late February or early March. Let's see. There's also going to be an announcement video on that. Okay, I think that's all for today. That about wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, 5 aces.